Pisces yearly horoscope for 2023. Money, things, assets, and self-worth all keep growing, increasing, getting better, and expanding. Now that you have a strong desire for security and comfort, you'll go after them with greater assurance and vigor. You believe that you deserve more or that you have reached a point where you want to take more time to appreciate your accomplishments. The time is right to purchase long-term assets. During this time, you're probably going to decide on major decisions involving your material resources. This cycle is essential for growing a firm and attracting more funding from your associations or internet business. Spend carefully if you find yourself in the unexpected position of receiving, say, a credit line or sizable loan. Definitely keep an eye out for spending too much. Potential problems: watch out for an irresponsible attitude toward money. Too much rapid personal possession accumulation might result in disarray and congestion. Overconfident in your ability to make money, you can take risky actions like borrowing against your future. Be cautious of overindulgence. When lending or borrowing, exercise extreme caution. Otherwise, now is an excellent time to adopt a new, upbeat, and assured attitude about your own worth and value as well as toward your practical matters, such as your job. You might have more zeal or optimism about making a living. Money woes might disappear. A sizable purchase or sale can also play a significant role. An important possession or reputation boost that also results in increased revenue, a windfall related to an ambitious attitude, or a significant keepsake or financial benefit, particularly in relation to a parent or your work, could occur at this time. You might be increasing your assets, honing your skills, and enhancing your financial status. It can be a time when you feel content with your level of independence. During this time, you may see significant shifts in how you perceive your finances, assets, possessions, natural abilities, and earning potential. Your sense of self-worth is boosted as you make progress toward your profession or long-term goals, and you become more determined to be in charge of your own financial situation. It can be an excellent time for professional and financial blessings. Before money matters flow, you might need to take care of some unfinished business. Your particular interest, mind, and relationships start to grow as of May 16th. You are equipped to handle significant tasks. During this cycle, which starts in the middle of May this year and lasts through May 25, 2024, your faith in the future is strong. This pattern, which lasts for just over a year, causes an expansion and augmentation of your communications. This impact may manifest in a variety of ways for you, depending on your circumstances and particular personality. Your interests expand, and you have a more amazing urge to express oneself. This year, you might devote more time to a project or mental interest. You might have luck with cars, transportation, the communications sector, or it might come from your family, classmates, or neighbors. Others are more open to your views because you are sharper and more perceptive. You might discover new channels of communication. It can also be a hectic, thrilling, and fruitful time for learning. As your interest increases, opportunities to advance your knowledge or talents may present themselves. You might attend, return to school, or take certain classes as appropriate. Potential difficulties include taking on too many everyday tasks, communications, new interests, and learning initiatives or studies. Try not to put too much on your plate. It's all too simple to live a disorganized, chaotic life. There can be a great propensity to want to do everything, ignoring your time and energy limitations. Problems might arise from taking on too many jobs or becoming bogged down in the intricacies. In general, though, you can anticipate enjoying more opportunities through your interactions with other people during this cycle. Finding your voice will help you love what you're doing, learning, sharing, and teaching more. There's a chance you'll discover more local work. Your thoughts are more cheery, optimistic, and future-focused, and this is reflected in the way you communicate. In fact, it is a great time to work on your attitude and communication abilities in general. Other areas of your life improve when you give effective communication greater attention. For instance, reaching out or showing others affection more frequently will strengthen your ties with both others and yourself. Meetings, classes, teaching, connections you make in your community or through siblings might lead to significant opportunities. More involvement in the community could be fulfilling, even if they might first intensify for problem areas to come out into the open and finally reach a resolution. Issues with siblings or neighbors may be resolved now if they exist. During this time, there may be more interaction with siblings, classmates, and peers in general. You could discover that the new communications and transportation alternatives make life a little more pleasurable. Your commute is more pleasant, or social networking tools function better. This subject frequently corresponds with new vehicles, mobile phones, or other gadgets that provide access to fresh or enhanced modes of communication and transportation. A busier or more cognitively demanding lifestyle may occasionally collide with your desire for rest and downtime. But with a little restraint, you can find ways to strike a balance. It could be simpler for you right now to put your feelings, thoughts, or intuition into words. You might be regularly sought after for your knowledge and counsel, or perhaps others are more eager to hear your opinions and suggestions. Additionally, this may be a time when your job or obligations need more networking, traveling, or conversing. When this transit starts in May, there may be initial difficulties that force you to reassess and reorder your priorities. You could come to realize that letting go of some weighty difficulties or secrets you've been holding inside can be liberating, but be cautious about who you reveal yourself with. Additionally, you might be coping with doubts or worries that have prevented you from expressing your feelings and pursuing your true desires. You must take care of these so that you can communicate more freely and pleasantly. Fortunately, dedicating your energy to a unique endeavor may be consuming in all the right ways, especially in June. Order and organization are emphasized, which can be highly pleasant. You could start a project or business endeavor. You're beginning to appreciate the benefits of a more well-rounded strategy for personal development. You must now do a thorough spring cleaning of your mind, as everything that has been hidden beneath the surface of your life is now exposed for examination. It's eventually a big relief to let go of old relationships and examine and let go of illogical concerns, which are both essential for further growth and development. Try your best not to let guilt about what you haven't accomplished during this cycle or past failures consume you. Try to distance yourself as much as you can from these things. Put everything to rest and try to. As you cherish charity more than normal, this could also be a moment when you give of yourself to others. You can be dealing with self-worth difficulties, and now is a good moment to thoroughly investigate what is stopping you from pursuing the things in life that you both deserve and want. During this transit, as you let go of stale attachments and subconsciously get ready for Saturn's transit of Pisces beginning in March 2023, when you will diligently work on reworking your individuality and personal identity, you may feel as though you are dealing with endings more than new beginnings in some areas of your life. The act of isolating yourself from others in some way till then can be quite contemplative and is something that seems to come naturally at this point. During this phase, you can exhibit a retiring, a little withdrawn, or a private side to your personality. You might need to keep an eye out to make sure no one in your life feels abandoned by your withdrawal. Health problems, usually of a psychosomatic character, could become apparent. Alternative lifestyles may appeal to you, and you may be drawn to self-study disciplines like psychoanalysis. During this period, there may be a lot to learn and appreciate. When Saturn is in the background of your chart, you may frequently feel unrestricted. Saturn's previous transit through Aquarius, which it is currently doing, was from early 1991 to 1994. And if you were alive or old enough to remember the conditions of your life at that time, you may notice themes that are comparable to those that do so today. During this cycle, you might keep your most heartfelt aspirations, desires, or intentions close to your breast. Your social life can have some secrets. Particularly in February, you can have a strong drive toward developing a unique project that can feel a bit too overpowering in light of your legitimate need for solitude and relaxation. Watch out that achieving your material ambitions isn't hampered by a dread of allowing others in or the realization of past blunders. During this time, you can be on the lookout for a buddy who is also a secret adversary or a burden. With dubious associations or groupings, caution is advised. However, this influence might only be indicative of friends that were created secretly or anonymously. You might be working on a project alone or in secret, and when you finally release it, it might be quite successful. Your idealistic pursuits should ideally result in useful applications in your daily life. You might be more cautious than normal and occasionally pessimistic during this cycle. You are not permitted to maintain your delusions about the ego, the body, and your own powers throughout this trip. An entirely new identity and an accurate perception of oneself emerge as a result. Although there may not be as many overt evidence of success in your projects and profession, the work you put in now will lay the groundwork for future achievement and growth. If you want to shape up or literally lose weight, now is the time to do it. Because you can clearly see yourself in the mirror at this time, you can start new and improved health regimens, diets, and the like with more success. During this time, you can be more serious and concerned with your obligations. It will take some time and adjustment as you connect with your inner strength. This energy grounds you and reconnects you with reality. It's also a crucial time for problems with your sense of self and identity. Others, though, consider you to be more accountable. Additionally, self-control comes more naturally. Meeting your obligations to the best of your ability is the best way to handle Saturn's transit through your sign. Do examine more closely the areas you've let slide and pay attention to your displeasure, but resist the urge to let this cause you to feel guilty or resentful. Instead, concentrate on improving and keep the bigger picture in mind. Right now, being short-sighted can bring you into problems. In this cycle, impatience doesn't provide rewards. While this transit is in effect, you might notice that you don't appear to get away with as much as you might normally. Your material or business interests may occasionally stand in the way of your attempts to get back on track, mainly around March. Overall, though, it's a time to fortify your life and develop perseverance and patience. Investing all of your energy in one endeavor can be consuming in all the right ways, particularly in the months of April, June, August, and October. Your discipline is impressive. It's a great time to be productive. Your confidence and emotions of satisfaction are boosted by the possibility that a communications project is moving forward. It's time to appreciate the benefits of a more rounded approach to personal development.